is a good morning. Yeah, this is London session and we're going to kick it in. Just a little reminder. In the economic calendar, you can see we have yesterday we had CPI, and you can check in my previous video that I did yesterday. During the day before the CPI, I told you I marked the levels, and you're going to see that in the next few minutes. Then today we are having news during the New York session, but we're expecting liquidity in this London session. And my bearish, as you can see, it's bear. My bias is bearish. So that's today. That's according to the economic calendar, and we're also having PPI. So it'll actually come here at 6:50, waiting for the 7 o'clock bell to open. So let's go back to our trading view. As you can see, price is just continuing to decline lower and lower according to our analysis. And I told you beforehand, go check my video. It was a CPI loading before this happening, and boom, this is after the CPI. What did I tell you in the video? If you have seen it, I marked this price. I said never come here. That's precision. Okay, I knew that price will never come here, so I told you I'm expecting prices to go lower to this sell side liquidity. It's actually a normal thing, and yeah, there. So let me remove this one and explain something. This was yesterday's midnight open. So I told you I'm going to sell here if I'm going to sell above the opening price, you see. At the same time, I marked this one. Let me zoom it so you can see it clearly. I marked this one as a breaker when I told you about, you see, I told you this is a breaker. At the same time, you see, this was a fair value gap. Let me change the color so you can know the difference. You see, this price came to this green line, to this green fair value gap. This is our hourly fair value gap. We marked it before and I've just changed the color. Price came to the peep, you see, that at 9, that was 30 minutes after the CPI release. So price came inside it and started declining to this sell side liquidity. You see here, this one here, perfect. You can take out something here, but you see here, if you had $100,000 account, so this is the hourly, the green fair value gap. Price came to it, declined lower to this sell side, the first sell side liquidity where you can take partial, and this is the second one. This is high probability. Mostly when you see there are 3 places where you can take partials, ICT says perfect. This is an A+ setup. More than 3, it's an A+ setup. So, but bad news is today we had lights off in our town for some amount of hours, and I was not able to take the trade. But setting limits there, price took it. I'm saying just a swing trade here from here, then doing a stop loss. I did a bigger stop loss. Then see here, you see when you had opened, So the reason why I say not even price comes there, then I knew it's selling. No, you should have confirmations. And this confirmation was a tricky one, but a more precise one. You see, price did a market structure shift here. This is 1 minute time frame. After price hit that area, this is a swing low market structure shift, but we want to consider this one. You see this one? It's the more visible one. Those two the two candles beside it's higher than it. So these are swing low, sell liquidity, a market structure shift. Then when you you should have multiple time frame, looking at the multiple time frame. When you go back to this the 1 minute market structure shift, the same area it's a what? It's a 5 minute fair value gap. So buying at that point and taking out your stop loss there, you see, less than 10 pips. I told you it's actually 7 pips from this entry, from the entry. You see there, even let's do it from the low end of the fair value gap. You see there, still less than 10 pips. That's an A plus setup. That was at 10. This during the London close. This during the London close. So selling them because you are above the opening price. You see, this is the opening price. Above it, selling there. A plus setup. Told you. Oh, I've actually used the same thing. These how many pips? Risking 7 and getting more than 40. Yeah, it was around 40. This is the first partial. Imagine 40 pips, the first partial. Then the full take profit at that day was around 56 pips. But price went more than that. It was around over 65, around 65 pips. Yeah. So you see, taking out something at 50, 45, 50, you see the levels. It's actually something at your risk 7. This is actually a 7 is to 0.9 or a 7 is to 8, a 1 is to 8 risk reward ratio. And you've seen, and currently I'm still expecting prices to drop lower to this sell side, also to this, because price is not yet done to the sell side liquidity. So actually what we want to do, you see, let me show you why we are still reluctant and price continue to go. This is the 4 hour. This is the hourly order block. Let me remove that thing there. Let's just mark the bodies. No. Okay, it's an last down close, down up close candle in a down move. Checking the 4 hour, but from the higher time frame analysis, let me switch off everything. From the higher time frame analysis, you see how price in the 4 hour also. At that time, when price I did that 1 hour fair value gap, this is also a 4 hour fair value gap around here. This level, you see how price comes above it around. Check here. Price comes above it, that's a crosshair, and still it's inside it. So internal range to external range, you get it? Internal range entry, internal range, exit at external range. So let me remove that one. This is the reason of price rallying up to this level here. So from this internal range, the 4 hour, now the sales liquidity is here. Okay, this was the first partial when you were trading the 4 hour, not this. Okay, it should be this one, but even this one. So what we're expecting to see price continue to go lower to this sell side liquidity, and you're gonna see it during the day. You're gonna run inside it, smoothly declining lower. And also checking the daily, here. That's another block. So and it's Wednesday, it's Thursday, this Wednesday, this candlestick here. Let me remove the CPI loading. You are already finished with it. So what you'll be expecting is this another block, and also price accept the previous day low. It's another block expecting prices to go lower, and yeah, there's a trick that I saw during I was checking the TikTok while I was at work. I saw these people saying if you see a positive number during the London session, the early London session, don't be tempted to buy when there it's a plus or the figures are positive. Yeah, sometimes it usually happens. It's yeah. Yeah, it usually happens, and okay, it's a 1 hour time frame. So yeah, that's in the hourly. That's another block. You see it. So this less than this up close candle, this bearish order block. I want to see it stopping price to go low. Let's see if we can see an SMT. You see this candle in the early time frame 21, 21, that high, and that low, and that one, one, one. Those swing highs. Should this be? I think this should be sending prices high. See this, and I might want to see an SMT to support my level. Lower low, like this, telling us that yes, price is going to continue to go lower and lower. Let's see if it will be an SMT. Just curious to know. See that lower low? See that? So I'm expecting price to go lower. See the GBP, the euro also I'm expecting lower prices. But in the euro I've not analyzed it so much, but it's inside the fair value gap. So, and also this is an order block in the 4 hour. This, so this must be stopping price to go low and wanting to take out maybe the sell side liquidity to this and this higher. Let's see if it will play out also in the so let's check in the GBPUSD. And to continue now in the GBPUSD, so lower prices. Let's see what will support analysis. I wanted to mark the midnight opening price. Yeah, so that's the midnight opening price. Yeah, I need to confirm if is this price reversing, and maybe if it will be reversing, taking out that high. Let's see it. Let's see if it will come in this fair value gap and respects it. If it disrespects it, that's where you'll want to wait. You see also here, when it was above the midnight opening price, it did what? It touched this fair value gap here nicely. It touched the fair value gap. Now let's look at around 2. From 2, so I deleted that. But our original entry told you from the CPI. From the CPI. I told you want to CPI is going lower. But to these sell side, so these are our next target. Or maybe these swing low again. See, these are swing low created here. Or you see that entry that happened during the CPI that gave us, let me tell you, I have another idea. Yes, I told you that price has to go to this, and price actually done it. Price has done it completely, and that's around, I give you around price went 60 pips, but around 65 to the full. Now, what I'm seeing as after price with that, could this be a reversal? Let's ask ourselves. We're not going to rely on that sell side liquidity and price going. Could this be price has taken out a previous day low? You see this? Let me forget that idea. You see, this price has taken out a previous day low. It has taken it out, yes. And also, it disrespected this fair value gap. You know, the fair value gap are the most important one. Yes, these are not available, but it disrespected it. And is it that we're going to continue to rally up? Let's see what in the 4 hour. In the 4 hour, you see this. Oh, let me drop down and delete those PDRs that price has already touched. Yes, we are continuing to go up, but I want to see, are we going to do a reversal? Just checking for some other ideas. If maybe we are wrong. You see, this is this in the early? Yes, price is respecting that order block. Yes. So that means that we are continuing to go lower. What if in the lower hourly, after price swept the previous day low, then this also 4-hour swing low, price swept it, then a market structure shift. This is a market structure shift with a fair value gap. Price comes to the fair value gap, this fair value gap here. This is the hourly. Because it has swept that, did a market structure shift here, the hourly. So what we are targeting is price to go and rebalance and to clear this liquidity that was left here. This was our previous day high. Then that market structure shift also here, it's in the 15, okay, 30 minutes. It is also inside a 15-minute. In a 15-minute fair value gap. See this fair value gap. But we don't have if price was supposed to go up higher, we were supposed to have a market structure shift in the 5-minute. Yes, if you're really going to go up higher. So what you're expecting is seeing prices give me a minute. I'll actually be back. Now I'm actually expecting more lower prices. That's an entry that I gave you during the so dropping down in the if we'll be entering during the London session, doing a re-entry in the London session. You see here when price retraces to this fair value gap here. To my view, that was the best entry. Price has not yet gone much against it, but like away from it. But what I'm expecting is we are going to continue to go lower. We have marked the 1 minute time frame that fair value gap. So even let me delete everything, then make a cleaner price action, then tell you. This is actually things that I said during the CPI. So after price hit that, fair value gap there. So I'm expecting more lower prices. So what I'll expect is that was the first. This is the area where I want to see price going lower. See where price that fair value gap. So what we're targeting they're the levels that price had hit. See that? That was the CPI move. Now actually what I was saying before I actually ended the live, I actually paused for a little bit, was yeah, you remember when I said here this is a sales liquidity taken out, you see, The sales liquidity taken out. So that decline low. So these are, so is it price telling us that it's actually going to reverse completely? You see here, reverse, taking out that sales liquidity, and it also took out a, you see this previous day low, it was taken out. So is it price that will continue higher? Let's watch it. Sales liquidity taken out. Going to the hourly. The hourly, we have that market structure shift there in the hourly. You see, sales and taken out, even the previous day low taken out, market structure shift to the upside. Then doing what? Market structure shift with a fair value gap here. This is a fair value gap. Let's see if there is another market structure shift in the 5-minute. Yes, market structure shift in the 5-minute. While it is inside the, while it is inside, just inside that, inside the fair value gap. Let me mark the midnight open so that I should be precise. Midnight open. That's a midnight open. So you see, this is the entry if you're really going to go up. So you see, we're inside the what? The fair value gap in the 15-minute time frame. See that? It's a fair value gap in the 15-minute time frame, and price is taking out a sell side liquidity here with the market structure shift in the hard time frame with the fair value gap here. This is a 15-minute time frame. So these are fair value gaps. You see how price comes inside them nicely. Then doing what? Wanting to rally up. Let's see if it will create a fair value gap in the 5-minute. Yeah, they are nice. I expected higher SMT. You see, I expected an SMT here, but I'm seeing if price will disrespect it. So this is the midnight open, fair value gap. Let's see if the 5-minute time frame is the fair value gap. This is a market structure shift. Let's look in the 5-minute so clearly. In the 5-minute, these are swing high. You see these are swing high. These are swing high. Market structure shift also in the 5-minute. Market structure in the 5-minute with a fair value gap in the 1-minute. With the fair value gap, yeah, this is a fair value gap in the 1-minute. See that? Let me change the color. there. See price those things I did. So that's the market structure shift, entry into a fair value gap, then boom, rally up. So I don't want to see this price coming here. Put that there. Midnight open, we are in. It has come and touched the midnight open. So the quickest scalp, the low risk, high probability. I don't want to see price coming below this, so this fair value gap low. So let's see if it comes below this, that's not an A plus setup, and that's not a setup that we will want to participate in so much. So that it's also in the high in the 50-minute time frame. This is a liquidity that price will want to retrace to. See that? So this is a fair value gap. Price came to it. So price starting to rally up higher. So I don't want to see a price has actually come below the bid open price. So this is the best entry when it was below the opening price. You wait, you see, just at the tick. We were there in front, so or is taking out that one. Let's mark the buy side liquidity in the higher time frame. It's expected price to go lower and lower, but what price is actually showing me let's see if it comes below around here, I'll actually not wait it to come and take me out, because that will all like be a sure bit validation that we are on the wrong side. So also price is consolidating in that area. And yeah, price will not close inside that fair value gap. Now that's not an A plus setup, it's an invalid one. it has invalidated, so meaning price is going to continue to go lower, because if it has disrespected, yep, so we're actually going to continue lower. We're supposed to go lower, so we wait for a stop run to the buy side. The price takes out a buy side liquidity in the 5 or 15 minute time frame. So after that, and it's above the median opening price, price will want to seek the other liquidity. So you see this stop run, price might be, because it was supposed to be, the reason it's not a market structure shift to the upside, it's because since this is another block, this is another block in the higher time frame, in the 5 minute time frame. These are places that you'll want to wait. No other entry, price validated that. Now let's look at the Asian range. How many pips are the Asian range? It's actually not much, around less than 30 pips. And the central bank dealers range, $40. So this means that we will have a late delayed protection. So we're going to wait for 4. What we're expecting is smaller prices. See that? What I'm expecting is lower price, because price has swept these basic liquidity. Let me just put my short there. See? So price dancing to fair value gaps, up and down, up and down. So we're going to settle with one directional bias. I'm going to continue with my previous and first analysis. I'm going to take something at the Asian low. That will be my first target. Because we will be experiencing a consolidating day, but we are pushing hard. But I'll remain with this one and see what price will do. See, So I'll actually remain with this pass. This is actually changing of passes when doing the session, but the session I come early, I'd come here early and say that I'm expecting low prices. So you see, this buy stop I'm expecting it to stop price, take out some buy side liquidity, then it really continue lower. Let's watch what price will do. If it reverses, there is no problem, but let's keep on watching it. And it's probably a consolidating day. Why? Because my executions have not executed anything, but in my execution, what are waiting for this session? You see this New York session, that's what we're waiting for. So what we're going to wait for is the New York session. But I'll just put this for the second, put it to that high. I just want to do this so that I can validate why I'm going to leave the live. So if price takes me out, this is less than a pip, I think. Oh, it's 3 pips. So if price takes me out, I'll end the live and wait for the New York session. Or I'll actually just stay here and say that you're waiting for an opportunity and end the video at 4:30. So actually going to give it like 1 hour, let's say 1 hour 20 minutes from now, so that we can conclude the live session. Let's say waiting for opportunity. Waiting for a setup. They'll actually put it there. earlier I was saying this one here. It is actually the economic calendar. So waiting for a setup. That's what I'm waiting for. This one is not a valid one, but we are waiting for a setup. And also remember, we're waiting for the New York session. So we have high impact news during the New York session, and we're actually going to be live there and actually see what price will do. I'll actually come early, so you might see volatility during the New York session. No plus setup, just waiting for the New York session. Continue watching price, enjoy. Adios. So what I'll want to wait and see. See, I was telling you this fair value gap here, market structure shift. This market structure shift with a fair value gap. That's what price is using. You see that our price is nicely there. Price comes, has touched it, actually wanting to rally up higher. So you see, it's inside a fair value gap in the 1 hour. This is really that fair value gap. So actually want to see that level taken out and that level taken out. So that's what we actually want to see price doing. So that's what price is using. So the decline lower that was expected during that was the previous session, and now, so what we're expecting is see how that this also inside the fair value gap, and this buy side. So this is actually a reversal to this. So price are actually going to see this buy side liquidity. I'll mark these buy side liquidities here. Coming to that fair value gap in the 1 hour. So yep, it's rallying to this buy side liquidity, respecting that fair value gap there, wanting to continue to lower here. So there the liquidity have to see price taking out. Let's watch it. So let's see if the price will continue to rally up to those buy side liquidity. Let's watch it, but I'm not expecting a much move because so let's keep on watching price and see if price will actually deliver. Now the GBPUSD, we are expecting prices to reach to this buy side liquidity here. See this is a fair value gap in the 1 hour, so price bounce to it, then he wants to see price rallying up higher to the buy side liquidity. See that this buy side liquidity, this and this here. So that's our target, because we are also inside a fair value gap here. This is another fair value gap. So we'll want to see price taking out those buy side liquidity here, and this one here, and this one here. That's our target. And also, if you watched my video on what you're expecting for the CPI, if you can remember the video, I told you we have a order block here in the 4 hour. We are also the sweet spot. I said go watch the video. Like I said, the sweet spot are inside this 4 hour fair value gap, and price comes to it to the peep there in the 4 hour. You see that, then price decline to those lower lows, to this sell side liquidity. So after price to this sell side liquidity, there's discount array. Now we're going to look for a premium array, which are all these eyes. And in the daily, I also told you that we had an order block there in the daily time frame. The same time here, this is actually what I told you in the video, that we are actually having the sweet spot. You see here in the 15-minute time frame, price came, swept that high, continue declining lower. I told you, and I told you the CPI was loading. We are having a CPI loading, so we are actually expecting prices to come, then decline. And we also saw that market structure shift there in the 1 minute. You see this is a fair value gap here. Also taking away, let's see if this price will continue to rally up higher to this buy side liquidity that I've marked. I'm actually going to review what is happening. So price is actually going to, price went, you see, after touching that fair value gap, let me mark, you see that I also marked the breaker here. You see this was a breaker, and this was a fair value gap that I marked. It came to it inside the fair value gap in the 1 hour. Go check the video. Did it, then from that point it was actually during the London close. Let me mark this one and show you something. You see here, you're having, this is a fair value gap in the 5 minutes. It will be useful later when I tell you this is a 5-minute fair value gap. See that? So above the midnight opening price also, see this area is the midnight opening price around here, and it's Wednesday. So above it, just explaining it again, above it, this is the 5-minute fair value gap. So after price touch this area, you see, dropping in the 1 minute time frame, there was a market structure shift. This was a market structure shift. After this market structure shift, remember when I marked this is a fair value gap in the 5 minute. Price came to the fair value gap. Look how many pips we were risking. This was inside the 5 minute fair value gap. Let's just mark out of nowhere. There, it's less than 10 pips. But the sell side liquidity that we are supposed to take out price, these are also sell side liquidity, these lows. But look at the full where price went to this. You see, to this one, how many pips are those? It was around 50 pips. There were 500 points, 560 points. Those people refer to as points. These are 56 pips. Also, as I'm talking, you see how price actually going to those buy side liquidity. That's actually taking out the first one from here. This fair value gap in there. Actually taking out. You see how price is going to it, telling you these are buy side liquidity taking out the same buy side. This price is actually targeting also this one, and let's take also this one. Oh no, so actually taking our attention out of nowhere to something else. So there, this is around our entry there. 7 pips taking out 50 pips, but the lights off. But these are trades that you are supposed to take. You see that around 50. Now the partial, the partial, usually take the partial in the 1 hour time frame for good partial, for a good length of partial. You see, so this is the 1 hour. The first partial is here, then you leave a run, price retraces, then continue to decline to this area. This one, I think price continue to go. Now it will reverse to go to this buy side liquidity again. Currently price is not clear, but what I'm expecting is after price swept that area, see, swept that area, did a market structure shift here, this high market structure did a fair value gap, and also the fair value gap in the 15-minute time frame. These are those entries that if I had capital, I would have there and here. So this like an obvious fair value gap. So you're waiting for the New York session, the London session, boom. What I'm expecting is to see price continue to rally up higher, and maybe if this will be a consolidating day. But if I had capital, this one here rallying up to here, but we're going to continue and see what price will do. What I'm expecting those buys are going to be taking out. We actually short at the first time, but the price was consolidating, giving us more interesting as going down. And also those A plus setup that you want being a scalper. The other A plus setup that being a scalper always in the midnight opening price. Anytime you want to buy, and also price start it a premium, a discount array. The other there that, let's see, it's around there, the midnight opening. There, 10 pips gaps, 10 pip, and you know it's a sure bet, and the price, from a place to a place, like here to here, knowing that can actually print you money. But what we know, what I'm actually going to tell you is I want to see price to go up to this buy side. You see your price doing it nicely. Actually don't you see also the origin entry was here again, not to buy or sell using the midnight open. You will want to watch price. See this is a fair value gap here. Price continue to that buy side liquidity, taking out the other one. I usually don't love to use this thing here because I love seeing pure price, but you'll see this price taking out there. Because when I put it, it's usually I'll put it after the idea that I've explained what price is doing, and then boom. This is the first one. This is here. Another one, price will test there. Another one there. You'll see how price will match. So the reason I don't like is when price I've explained, so price has gone, then you can't just execute. But with good capital, this one can actually print money. Also, you see these also are more ideas. These are not a block. These consecutive down close kind of. You see your price actually coming to the other block, then boom, coming to the other blocks, or even this high other block. Okay, it's touching the other block, then continuing to rally up higher. But let's watch it. Our price might be using this on a block, but we'll see. Let's see what price will do. It'll actually rally up high and high. See that? Let's use the 4-hour swing high. The first swing high. It's not even in a 4-hour swing high. Let's use this one and use this one as the full take profit area. Though it's so far, just trying to measure the prices. In the daily, you see your price actually rallying up higher. These are places that you sweep if you have capital. So in the daily time frame, you see in the daily there's an order block. You see in the daily there's an order block. So that was also the reason why I made us to know that we are going to sell at that area. You see that? Let me mark the daily order block so that I show you how it aligns with the see these are daily order block, and going to the weekly, it's kinda around the week WICK. So the daily order block, how it's used, I've marked it there. Now check how price is actually going to, you see how inside the daily order block was also what, so sweet, precise fair value gap in the 4 hour. So inside the daily order block there was also another premium. So you see how that's an A plus setup when you have 2 or 3 time frame. See how that's a fair value gap there. This was a fair value gap in the 4 hour, this small one here. And the other one was we are having, after that daily order block, we are having 1 hour fair value gap. You see this 1 hour fair value gap. Another one we are having inside the daily order block, right? So we're having a lot of things. A 15-minute swing high. This is an A plus setup. If I had good capital, crazy. So there, you see that decline. That was the reason why we would have sold there. The daily time frame, I would even shown you I'm also having a participation in the daily order block. This touching the daily order block, but remember one thing. You see this? Remember one thing. In the daily order block, we had also something interesting here. Price has done what? Had swept a previous day high. That's on Tuesday, Wednesday. The previous day high, this is it. This Wednesday, Tuesday, then Wednesday. So it's above it. So this might be a stop run. If those people went and sell during the buys, the daily highs and lows. You see also this one also is a previous. These are Tuesday. I think that Wednesday was here. So anybody who is selling below the daily low, like selling above and below. When price comes above it, you sell. When price comes below it, you buy it. So that's also an entry that so price can sickle. So that price is rallying up higher nicely and smoothly. Bid at opening price, price consolidates. Then let's see also if also another thing I want to seek here. See this swing high in the 5 minute. It's a one that you will want to view. Price might fail to come here, but this sweep here, now it's a good amount of range. So you'll actually see price. You see how price actually rallying. So you see, let's put it until 5. Yeah, this consolidation made me, I thought price was going to consolidate, so I close the live and wait for the New York session. But price can consolidate, then boom, move. And you can hear in the live I said that during this London session, I said it might be a delayed production, so it's past 3 and consolidate during the first hour, then starts to rally. Checking the 5-minute. So let's continue. Now let's watch the Euro NZD. The GBPUSD expecting prices to continue to rally up higher. Yeah. The Euro USD are also expecting prices to rally up higher. So if you're expecting stronger Euro and cable to rally up higher, you see this is a stop run taken out here. What did I mark here? Is it in the hourly or what? Let's look in the weekly time frame. Let's delete everything and start afresh in this time frame. Wow, how nice. Check these prices swept up previous weekly swing high. So nice. Yeah, I remember when I said yeah, I said price as if it has disrespected these. Oh my, so precise. I said when price had disrespected this order block when we were on, I think this year, these days, I think, yeah, on Friday, on Thursday, Friday, when price had closed, I said I'm expecting prices to rally to those buy side liquidity. Not saying beforehand, but I think I said something like that. So these are stop run here. Oh yeah. So I say these prices swept these sell liquidity or price actually they're actually say the same. Wow, great. So price swept that sells liquidity. We are actually price continue to rally up higher, rallied up to this buy side liquidity, those equal highs. Wow, this a good pair for swinging. So price swept that buy side liquidity there. Now let's see if there is a market structure shift. You see there's a logical area here, and also these are buy side liquidities. They are sell side liquidities. So if this is going to go, if euro is going to decline, that means the euro can you see that reaction if you're expecting low prices in the euro. Order block. So price come, see how price this order block is keeping price to go up higher. The euro New Zealand. Coming to the order block, respecting order block is 1 week. So this one can actually be rallying up higher. But you think how these smooth buy side liquidities. resting above here. Because anytime a significant price mover is expected, always anticipate a measure of sell stop being taken out. So this one, you might have see price to rally up higher to this buy side liquidity to the only if we see a market structure shift in the so these are the block quantity prices. Let's see if only we witness a market structure shift. Where is the market structure shift? Will be that swing low. Oh, only if we witness a market structure shift to the sell side, that one will be a let's put an alarm so that price will signify if it does a market structure shift there, it will go. If it doesn't, this will be a good buy area to buy. The price has started that other block, so the euro might continue to rally up higher, targeting that buy side liquidity. But that's so far. Let's see the swing high. Are you saying? I'm actually expecting bullish price to see this. Let's look in the 1 minute time frame. Oh, 1 minute time frame looks another different one. So 1 minute time frame has some things to say here. This is a market structure shift in the 1 minute. Here, then it comes to see how it comes nicely to this 5 hour gap. And in the 5 minute, we are also having. So the CPI data expected to be weak. If weak, dollar should slide and all GBP will move quickly. Yeah, that's true. Ideally, one should. Is the question or entering now? Yeah, putting. If these are an order block, if price will see this consecutive buying there, then no, that's so far. Yeah, I think buying there then continue to rally up higher might be an ideal setup. Yeah, there then to continue rallying up higher. see how they and this is the reason why yeah it seems to be bullish. Another thing, this GBPUSD, you see how taking out, entering and getting out, this usually depends on your sizes. When you see a setup buying there and getting out in price reaches that price at liquidity, or even that one, yeah, this one, you might see we might see more buying pressure. Looking at the 5-minute, price has disrespected that fair value gap. And also in the economic calendar, we're expecting something. So I was actually wanting to explain about these targets. You know, these prices, yeah. One thing with targeting, according to my experience, I have learned that depending on the target, this usually depends on the size you're using, because in my analysis I can see a very sure bet trade that is 10 to 15 pip move, and it's a sure bet, and you know the stop loss cannot be more than 4 pips, so it's just reading the 1 minute time frame and knowing. So when you're targeting, I can just have an setup telling me an A plus setup, level 30 pip stat setups. I'm seeing those 10, 15, maybe 6 pip move, 16, 15. So like this, you know, price will reach a place, then rally up to this sell the liquidity by viewing the 5 or 1 minute. There are sometimes those are usually my those are the bread and butter. You can't miss that any single day. The bread and butter. So it's my target is buying in this fair value gap. That's where I want to see prices going. That fair value gap, you see it. Then the second target will be that if price is going to rally up higher. So yeah, but you see this price has swept this previous week high, previous week swing high. I wish I had capital, a good capital like 100k account, a funded account. Those are usually good capital to do be sweet scalping with. So yeah, you see, here to here, sweet entries, but also targeting, also even targeting price at that premium array. But before, I just told you, expecting bullish prices, and let's see there in the GBPUSD, they are declining lower and lower. But you see, peace, rally up higher to take out this one and take out that one. Those are usually those cards that you can't miss per day. Those are usually ICT says they're what? Bread and butter. You might be seeing price reversing and they're just here. Now in the GBPUSD, what I expect is a bullish price. If not bullish, you see, let me change the color of this one. Is that a buy side liquidity taken out in that blue line so that price can continue to rally up higher, the lower? Taking out that, also respecting this order block in the hourly. CPI was yesterday, hope you remember. PPI, we have the PPI today. So this can be, you see, this is another block in the hourly. So let's see if we'll have a possible reversal. Let's mark the other block in the hourly. See price touching the other block. Touch the other block. Take out a 50-minute swing high. Then you see just that other block. Also disrespected this bearish order block. So after touching the other block in the hourly, a market structure shift. Market structure shift above the midnight opening price, touching the order block, went into a fair value gap. There are those pressing a sell, taking out some partials there. Price will obviously reach down here, like obviously reach here to these. You see this 10 lot remove there. But you learn to be conservative with your, see this here to here. There are those entries that ICT usually shines with. They are like prices just left that liquidity, and that liquidity. See that? So sweet, so sweet. Declines lower. Yep, so it's going to go lower and lower. It has refused that rally up. It was going to that other block. So let's fun maybe. So that's the sell side. Looking at the 50-minute time frame, you see that order block in the 50-minute. So this is the entry here. You can remove something there, those partials there. The hourly touching it there. So 21, 21, 21. Higher, high, higher, high, higher. So you see that price taking on the beside liquidity. Let's see if we will see. And also see this are not a block here also. Price has retraced to a fair value gap again. So the stop loss of this entry should be here, then riding down to this area. Let's watch it. Now checking the Euro New Zealand. Perfect. You see, order block. Sure bet I told you 10-15 pips out. Quick scalp, the surest bet. You see how? You see when price coming from here, it was just respecting those order block. Respecting that order block. You see, order block not coming. It's coming inside it, yes, but not closing inside it. You are here when I logged in. Tell you here. These are swing high. Getting these are A plus. You see this to here that swing high. Target is maybe that high. So yeah. See how price actually doing it. This order block not closing inside that a week. This week like this. WICK to hit, then boom, quick money to your pocket. So see that, so precise. Price has disrespected that fair value gap in the euro. There are signs that these are a good price action. Yeah, these are signs that if price is supposed to go in lower and lower, it will first take out this sell side liquidity. But let's watch it in the let's keep watching the 5-minute here. Let's see if price will come and touch this sell side liquidity here. You see when this price starts to rally, continue rallying up here. Because entering here, so now I'll be at break even. Yeah. But let's see if price will reach those levels that you're saying. The euro is declining lower. The euro and the D. Actually called it when you were here, told you, yeah, I remember we're here, and then quick scalp price rallies you get out there. You see, these are those entries that I still tells you they are quick scalps. This one do prints money. GBPUSD, I'm seeing signs of reversal. See, this is not a good price action. You actually maybe want to wait for the PPI. Yeah, the price action is waiting for the PPI news. The PPI, definitely the PPI. Because if you can view here in the economic calendar, today London, you don't have any high impact news. Yes, so we're having PPI. I'll actually be live from 6:55 Eastern Standard Time to around maybe 10. I'll do a long live, and you will want to watch it because you might want to see entries. This time I'll actually be live during the sessions and see what price will be doing. So the high impact news you're actually waiting for the this New York session. You're remaining with 1 hour so that London session will close. If you have any question, anybody can ask, then we continue. We are about to close. I remain with a little bit of hours, but you see that? So it's reversing to that, then it reverses. So those are, see how I marked that from that to that. That's the reason I didn't say this one. Yes, this is my long term entry. In my long term price where I want to see price going. But you see this, the 50-minute time frame, these are sell stop taken out. And yeah, this is an order block to a sell stop. That's the reason I marked this high. So price coming to it, then boom. That's it. It can come to it, then reverse completely because it's sending out a buy side liquidity, and reverse complete because also here we are inside that weekly swing low. So that was quick scalp from that to there. It might be a bullish day, yes, but you want to be careful when price that swept up premium mostly in the weekly. It has swept out up. You see the swing high in the weekly. Also that swing high. Now price has come into a fair value gap there. But this one might be disrespected so that price can reverse. This is a 5-minute fair value gap. 50 minutes there's nothing. But in 50 minutes you have seen it has taken out a buy side liquidity. So it might take it then boom. Reverse from now. It has disrespected it. So what you'll want to see, tell you if this alert get triggered, if this sells a liquidity, this will be a market structure shift because we have cleared something. If the not that we're expecting lower prices, but this will be our trigger for lower prices. This, when price takes out this sell side liquidity, this market structure shift, that's what you'll want to see as a market structure shift to go lower. But at the moment, let's see if price will continue to go up higher to this buy side liquidity. The reason why it'll be wrong is price doing a market structure shift there. Told you here, these sell side liquidity, I want to see if them price doing selling to them, you see. So the GBPUSD, since it's going lower, and the Euro USD is going lower, and we're expecting lower prices in those to take off those sell side liquidity. So meaning in the Euro New Zealand, we must check the NZD USD, like that. Meaning it's declining. So then the DUSD touching that inversion fair value gap, now it will go to that. So you actually here, what did you mark there? So I told you that, you see, remember when I told you, when you see these consolidations, price think that you're going to go up high. When price comes to that sell side liquidity, I usually take out something, you see, so that I'll be on the correct side. Maybe if price is going to go lower, is going to go higher, you'll want to see price taking out that sell side liquidity. But I told you that fair value gap, then the sell side. Let's continue watching what price will do, if it will take out the sell side or it will completely reverse. But that price has done that order block in the daily. You've seen a market structure shift there. Then see how price is doing, just exactly as stated. So these are the sell side liquidity, these, and you also saw how price did exactly that as we said during the London session yesterday before the CPI. Price did just as we said. So we're expecting liquidity during the New York session. You'll actually watch the New York session. As for now, let's keep on watching price. See if price will actually hit those target. I'll also be watching price and see. You see how doing it nicely. So precise. So price has hit that one. That one might be another level, and that one might be another level for maybe price taking out the sell side liquidity. And you see now price here has come to this fair value gap here. That's a fair value gap. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, actually showing you where money is. So, and reading the price action clearly. So price has come to that fair value gap, taking out that sell side liquidity. So this might be a consolidating day, because you see price going up and down, up and down. Taking the euro, you see how the euro is actually declining to take out that sell side liquidity. You see it, and it has come to that fair value gap. The euro New Zealand, told you that price action, so it's actually perfect. The DXY, and this is the 1 minute time frame. And also we are allowing price to consolidate today because you see this move that we got here to this sell side and also to this sell side. This move down, we got the whole of it. I told you beforehand, and I've actually explained it in the beginning part of the live stream, how I actually sold. I told you that I'm expecting lower prices even in my premium group. Told them today is bearish, so then prices declined to these sell side liquidity that we marked. But if I remember, I am actually marked an infinite sell side here, but a 50 pip run and you will want to hold on. That's actually unrealistic. You want to get out something at 30 and 40 pip move. So I've told you, see, actually price is reversing. So I told these are consolidating. The price can actually fail to come to this sell side liquidity, and it can fail to come to this sell side liquidity. But what we want to wait is the New York session. See, also the Euro New Zealand is going down after it has taken out that buy side liquidity. So you'll want to wait for New York session. The New York session, we are having liquidity. So those are the sessions that after the CPI we had movement. Next, this New York session, we have the PPI and the monetary policy statement of the euro. I'm expecting bullish prices, I've said, in the Euro New Zealand, but let me go there. So yes, Euro New Zealand, I'm expecting price to go here, but this is a disclaimer also. You see, these is a premium array. These are prices swept out, swing high in the weekly. So you'll want to see price taking up that buy side liquidity. And actually, if you see a market structure shift when I'm not around, if you see a market structure shift with a fair value gap, that will actually validate that we're going to go lower. In the DXY, in the GBPUSD, in the 1 minute, let's see if price will actually go to those sell side liquidity and it'll actually come during the New York session and confirm that price has actually moved in that area, or it has reversed and continued to go up higher. But this is an area you'll want to see price not coming deep because this is an order block in the hourly time frame, and we have seen a pretty good confirmation there that we're going to go lower to this sell side liquidity. Euro going to those sell side liquidity that I've marked, it's actually perfect. Clearly, we're there, then boom, this sell side. So this can be a quick scalp. There is no need of waiting for 30 pip move, but if you know what price is doing, that's the guarantee of success. You see this price actually going to there. In the Euro New Zealand, if we see a market structure shift, because price has actually swept a previous week high, and you've seen price respecting these order blocks. If we see a market structure shift here, I love using the 5 minute. So this level, I've actually put an alarm there. So if we see a market structure shift, this blue line, if price does a market structure shift, with the fair value gap either in the 3-minute, 1 minute, or in that 5-minute time frame only. If you see a fair value gap, that's actually an entry that you'll want to sell short and abandon the idea of price touching here, because this particular level, this is a premium array, this is a premium array, and price will sweep it. Then also in the 15-minute, you see 5-minute, 15-minute, price sweep that buy side liquidity. So you want to do it for market structure shift or sell short here for an early entry, because price has come into a fair value gap here. You see this? You see that? Price actually will come to this sell side liquidity. This is sell side liquidity, but when it has been punched, that will be a market structure shift. So you see this fair value gap here, price come at 4 or 5, price come into a fair value gap, then decline low. But what will confirm that we are going to go long will be a market structure shift here. But we'll see if price will actually, but this area, this is a premium array, this PA here. So the next target you will want to look, targets you usually want to look for swing highs and swing lows in the 1 hour time frame. So you'll actually look for as a possible swing low. You see this? So it's 15-minute and 1 hour time frame. That's where you'll want to look for targets. At those logical areas, that's where you want to take out something, if only you see a market structure shift. But if it doesn't happen, price will continue to rally up higher. So a stop loss, anybody who is buying, when I told you to buy there, hope you bought then. If you are having place to take a stop loss, this is the level. If you're going by a level taking a stop, your stop loss should be at this particular low and buying there, and then boom. But yes, even buying there, then putting a stop loss below that low, because that will be a low risk, high reward. But when you have a market structure has happened, when a market structure shift has happened, what you want to do? Put a stop loss there while selling. This is the area of taking a stop loss. Then you take profit. You want to put it at logical areas. Yes. So yep, GBPUSD doing just to say the sell side. So price is going. This was a midnight open. Nicely, you see, price going to the sell side liquidity. I told you guys you want to buy. So if we're going to continue long, short from analysis, yeah, our target will actually below those where I've actually shown you. So selling short, we're going to continue to sell short. You see there, price actually hit our all targets. You see when I was scalping, see that order block, told you before even price did it. So precise. So the target that I'm looking for, you see, coming to the fair value gap, doing a good entry, taking out something there, then you see, look at that, how price did it. So I told you I want to see price taking those lows, and price did it without fail. In the euro also, price has taken out that stop. So you see, those are good scalp. And remember, we are only selling after that confirmation. I didn't say it sell there. I said we are only selling after that confirmation. That was the confirmation of the market structure shift selling. If it doesn't, this is when to see price coming. I had a high here that I marked, but it was so much high. But yes, price will actually go to it. This way, so you see how price is actually far away from it, but I want to see price reaching to those buy side liquidity. But that's my first target, other target, and yeah. You see that? I told you these are stop run. Then boom. This is another block. So let's see if price will actually reach to the sell side liquidity. This is another block that I mentioned. So it's actually 4:19. The London session is coming to the pause. So waiting for the London lunch, then coming back to the New York. I'll actually be here in the New York session actively. GBPUSD market structure shift happened, took the liquidity on 1 minute time frame. What should happen next? I can't understand it. This is the GBPUSD. A market structure shift. The A plus setup that was actually here. You see this? Oh my god. So lucky that we can read this price action. You see this? The only market structure shift I can say is, you see this order block that we marked here. Price is actually going to go down. If anybody wants good money, you can swing yourself to this sell side liquidity. Any lucky person. So you see this order block. You see this order block. Price is actually respecting it. You see price doing. So I knew that price is going to go lower. So the only market structure I was waiting for is this is the order block in the hourly. So in the 1 minute, okay, shift the liquidity on the 1 minute time frame. So in the 1 minute, the good entry was you see after the order block in the 1 hour. So after price came, touched it, after it has touched it, that's when you look for any swing low that is on the left side. Let's look, let's see. Let's use another. Yes, So you see, you look for a swing low. You look for a swing low before it has started. When it has started, you go to this side, on this other side, and look for swing lows. This is a swing low. This is a swing low, and also that is a swing low. Market structure shift. Market structure shift, the first one. You see after it has started that one, market structure shift. Market structure shift here. With what? With a fair value gap. Price comes, touched it. If you didn't see this one, price continue to go lower. Does what? Another market structure shift. This what? A fair value gap. Another entry. A market structure shift. No entry here, but you don't want to scale big amount, but you want to. You see, buying here and here, it's enough. And taking out. You remember when I was before here telling you I want to see that and that, so precise. I want to see that sales liquidity and that sales liquidity. Those are entries that will actually give you money. Money always. Money. Like you print, yeah. So 13 pips, but you knew that price will actually take out those. That can actually be a whole model. ICT taught that in 2024, latest 2024 was telling this can be whole model in the 1 minute time frame, trading the highs and lows. Price forms a fair value gap, sell side, you look for a sell or a buy side. When price comes into fair value gap, price will always, you see, this rally up higher here. You see this buy side liquidity when you are around here, fair value gap, boom. Also this is a fair value gap here, get out something. Now we have fair value gaps on 1 minute. Which one to select, as there are a couple of fair value gaps in the last leg move to the liquidity. So in this area, this couple of fair value gap, the only thing will filter it is coming to this fair value gap in the 5 minute. If there are a couple, you move up and see, yes, I accept that there are a lot. Let's use another color. I'll just use that and use that. But remember, in this London session, looking at time is actually not in our side. Like it's like less than 1 hour. It's like 40 minutes to the London session, pause to the London close. So let's just say, you see, this is the 5 minute fair value gap. Now if you drop down to the lower time frame, you'll want price to respect the one that is in the 5 minutes. So this means that this one is the one that if price comes to it during this session, price will continue to go lower. You see this? This is the one that we'll use because it's coupled with the higher time frame that is above it. You see, this is only one fair value gap in the 5 minute. And a stop should be on this order block, above this order block. Price will never come to this order block if we are really going to go lower. Should never. If price comes disrespect that fair value gap, we can give room allowance for these higher time frame, these higher ones. But the level that we don't want to see price coming to is above that 5 minute fair value gap if price is really supposed to go lower. But you have seen this consolidation, but let's wait. and see if price will actually come to this sell side liquidity. See that level. So, and also you've seen these walls of fair value gap. Price has come to a fair value. Let's lock everything. You can also see these are fair value gap that price has actually come to it. So price can actually disrespect even those fair value gaps and respect this one, and it's actually respecting it. Ooh, crazy. You see this? That's a fair value gap also. Price has disrespect and this order block. So just so you know, if you just sold here, you're actually going to love it. So the first target can be a sell side liquidity here. The first target will be here. Price will actually come to here. Yes, that's another block. You see this is another block, but these are the other block that you want to see price disrespecting. These are the other blocks that you want to see price disrespecting, because of a swing low and don't expect prices to go lower. So anything like anything in our way, okay, you'll want to see reaction, but according to this time, price will actually want to go lower and lower. Lucky I'm giving sweet setups here. You see that fair value gap, price respected. Then so let's see if price will actually hit this blue line, this sell side liquidity. Let's mark that sell side liquidity there. And another sell side liquidity there. So you see that decline lower. Let's see if that price will actually reach this blue line, of which it will, and it's actually going to do this. You see this sell side liquidity? It's actually a level, so price will actually want to take something. So let's continue watching price. And yeah, I actually explained to you why we're expecting bullish prices, but again, we actually, and also you're seeing these are plus because price is what above the midnight open when we were buying there. Sweet. Checking the Euro New Zealand, the Euro USD price has actually gone lower past that sell side liquidity. See how that accurate is. The Euro New Zealand told you if no market structure shift, I ain't gonna buy anything, I ain't gonna sell anything. It's going to be a buy to that. How precise? Like the video, if that was so precise, like the video, like the live stream, if that was so precise. And also you've seen how no, the 5 minute. Just leave it. So I'm expecting more higher prices and the DXO. Who has capital? It's just things that I'm used to calling the prices markets live. So the validation of that order block, that fair value gap, it's actually a good sign telling us that We're going lower. We're going lower. We're going lower to this sell liquidity. Because it has disrespected that fair value gap, that's a sign of I want to see it continue to go lower. But also you've seen, as our nature, I'm going to mark from the original end and tell you the dangers, and this is where price will reach. And told you I don't want to see, okay, I don't love using this area because sometimes it blurs me from seeing what price is doing and sticking to my bias. Like I stick to my bias even if price is actually wrong. You see how I've actually analyzed the market, told you that, so that we are actually going to be buyer, and told you fair value gap there, everything, but you see price declined. See, precise. So that's the area. Remember when you were here? Now let me ask you one thing. So remember when you were there? Let me just not talk a lot, but all I can remember, I was telling you I'm expecting price to go lower here and here, and then now I'm telling you it's going here. If you would have sold there, got yourself something. In the euro also, I told you once you see prices to go there, if I sold something and you know you're afraid you would have get out something there. In the euro, yeah, top class analysis. Thank you very much. Just to tease you, remember, just leave it alone. Just wanted to say, now, what if we had a good amount of capital just locked in a room, buying, analyzing the markets and everything? So you would have been so far. Checking the Euro New Zealand, you see this kindly, what do you mean? Yes. Also checking that area, price targeting that fair value gap that we have actually marked first. The moment it swept the liquidity and break market structure and comes back to fair value gap, that's you have just mentioned my model. Yes, I meant GBPUSD. Yes. I'm actually, yes, I know you meant GBPUSD. But what you have just said now, you've just stripped my whole model in these three lines. The moment it strips liquidity and breaks market structure and comes back to fair gap, that's actually my model. And if you add a little bit of above the midnight opening price and sell under below the midnight price, in particular of buying and selling, yeah, thank you. You learned from me. That wow, that's so flattering. You learned from me. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, so that's actually my model. I don't know anything apart from that. You've seen I don't use a lot of indicators, but indicators, yes, I actually accept them, but you've seen precision, just telling you this level. So when it's 5 Eastern Standard Time, like the next 25 minutes or so, yeah, if you are in an entry, I usually take out something at 5, then wait for, because I'm an intraday trader who I know the swing trading models and the scalping models, all of them, but pick the best one. You'll want to take something at 5 a.m. Even there is a playlist of ICT that says when price reaches 20 to 30 pips, take out something. When time is at 5 a.m., when you're in London session, take out something. But this price, I'm telling you, what I'm targeting, to see price also coming to that fair value gap. You see that sell liquidity, that's the first target, and price can come there and then reverse, but this is the first partial, and the first partial, and usually you usually want to take out something more than half of the trade. So there's a sell side liquidity, sell side. Is this an order block? You see this? Okay, this is an inversion fair value gap. Is this an order block? Let me see, because you see there is a reaction there. Price disrespect, it is just tapped into it, then boom. Another entry. There, inside the fair value gap, target that area. You see this? This is a fair value gap. Okay, we will connect during the New York session, no problem. I'll actually be there. Another entry is this. You see this? This is a fair value gap inside the 5-minute time frame. This will actually send prices lower to here. When it has happened, you see this had happened at 4:38. Let me tease you here. I'm going to end the live. This is not a financial advice. High of the day or session. How do you know that? I'll actually tell you when price has reached here. Just not, this might be a false one. This might be a false one, but this entry here, we'll want to see prices get out something at the next 20 minutes. Or you wait and see if this will be a price can disrespect it. I'm actually confident and there is no problem. Yeah, okay, let's connect during New York session and wait for your live session every day. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's quite valuable. Thank you. So we're actually going to Aeropasta live, but let's wait for that. Okay, it's a retracement to a 5-minute fair value gap. I'm not going to take it off, and I might take it off if prices disrespects it. So let's wait for the New York session. I'll refreshen up so that come here when you refresh and see the PPI. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this insightful video. Until we meet again, see how price declines. Precision. Adios, muchachos.